my intro in, I know I say that all the time, though.
Mm-hmm.
Do that.
Yeah.
I say that all the time. I got to bring my intro in. Because I can't do without my intro. For some reason, my intro is just part of the podcast, it just brings this vibe.
Mm-hmm.
And so I had to bring it in every episode, in everything. I know it's weird, but hey, sorry about that. Anyway, welcome to another episode of Osaro Theory Podcast. My name is Osaro, and I'm with my guests all the time.
Becky, hi.
Yeah. So this episode, sometimes seems like people think I'm very critical.
Yeah.
And people think that I'm a bit too harsh. I think so sometimes, that I'm very critical. I think that's just the way my brain works.
Okay.
And my brain is an analyzer. And is a problem solver. So when it sees problem, it's trying to analyze it and figure out why there's a problem. Try to solve it, So I got a solving brain.
Okay.
Sorry, guys. I know. So I got solving brain.
Yeah.
So when my brain sees problem, it wants to figure out why is there a problem. My brain is trying to like find out what the heck is going on. And so this kind of become like a habit, So and when I see a problem, I always question, why is there a problem? How can we solve it? So I go around searching for way to solve it. And I think because that is my, I would say, trait. And so it has become like a kind of like a behavior.
Yeah.
So whenever I see a problem, I just want to find a way to solve it. And so that is just my brain.
Yeah.
So this podcast, this episode, we want to really dive into the idea of people having different kinds of brain. You understand me?
Yeah.
And different kind of brain kind of symbolize different kinds of traits.
Yeah.
People who got a certain trait,
Yeah.
their brain works a certain way.
All right.
Works differently than people that has other traits.
Okay.
So your personality traits, you can say, are the reflection of your brain.
Okay.
So your personality traits are mainly the reflection of how your brain works. You see people who are very organized and are very structured. They are very thoughtful. You see their behavior and they are very introvert, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And very cold. They find it very hard to make friends.
Yeah.
Those people,
Yeah.
right, is because their brain works like that, and they see problems differently from how other people see it.
Okay.
So people who are very social, very nice, outgoing, and they make friends a lot.
Yeah.
They're very friendly.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's how their brains also work. Their brain works that same way. Like you can say very extrovert.
Yeah.
And the way the brain works is what we see in behavior or personality traits. So me being a problem solver, my brain is always working very different than most people because I see problem, I want to solve it. Some people see problem, they just don't see anything.
Yeah.
That's also translates towards leadership as well. So when you see people who are leaders, they are the one who can see beyond or have a vision and see what others cannot see. And then you have people who are not leaders, who are just, we can use the word, we can just call them followers, who just follow the leaders because they cannot see beyond their current circumstances or situation. So personality kind of reflects the brain, the way the brain works. So people who are mostly leaders are mostly very thoughtful and very proactive.
Yeah.
And they are very organized.
Yeah.
So those people, their brain works a certain way than the people who are following them.
All right.
You understand?
Yeah.
So that's why I wanted to point out, before we started this podcast, you understand me?
Yeah.
So yes, I let you have a go, and what you got in your mind?
Yeah. So basically what I wanted to ask today is, like you just said about the brain. I think we need to clarified for people to understand how the structure of the brain and the traits that come with it. Because I find that sometimes there's a stigma surrounding emotion compared to logic. As we know, the brain has two functionality and has a left hemisphere and a right hemisphere. The left is dealing more, like you just said, with problem solving, analyzing, strategizing. And the right side, or the emotional side, is more about socializing, creativity, fun, and music, all these traits that come with it. So as you discovered on your book, the Osaro Theory, and coined that is one of the traits that comes with African people, which is emotional reservoir, I think sometimes people think that maybe they just have one brain.
I think, sometimes people don't necessarily get to really understand a statement or article or book.
Yeah.
They jump on the bandwagon. They want to criticize. They want to say things that, just because they don't understand.
Yeah.
Or they don't understand the context in which the things were written. They don't understand the context in which those things were written or published. In my book, I talk about Black people are right brain and the white people are left brain.
Yeah.
I'm not the first person to ever mention that. There has been a lot of people who've been saying that for a long period of time. It's just that Black people, Africans, we are not paying attention. Even Europeans, they are not paying attention either. So the idea of left brain and right brain civilization comes all the way since the beginning of time, or since the beginning of philosophy, really. Yeah. You understand me?
Yeah.
And Jeremiah Wright, right, who was Obama's pastor, right?
Yeah.
He mentioned that Black people are right brain, Europeans are left brain.
Yeah.
And people went bizarre. Oh, what the hell? People went crazy. People actually went crazy on him because he's like, what do you mean Black people are right brain, European, and left brain? Are you saying that Black people have one brain? That's why I say that you always get people like that. Like, people get carried away without actually understanding the context in which things are written.
Yeah.
And that's not what he was trying to say. It's just because people didn't understand the context in which he put it. Like, Black people have a right brain, white people have a left brain. Let me break it down for you. So in my book, Osaro Theory, right? Have you ever asked yourself why Black people are black, why white people are white? Why the contrast? Why the opposite of each other? Why?
No, because we come from Africa.
Well, yeah, of course. That's a good explanation.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's not the reason.
Okay.
You see, if you study nature, if you understand how nature works, everything always have its opposite.
All right, elaborate, please.
If you study nature very carefully and look at nature, everything has its opposite.
Okay.
We have a day, we have a night.
Yep.
We have negative, we have positive.
Yep.
We have a woman, we have a man. We have a yin, we have a yang.
Yep.
We have bad, we have good. We have God, we have devil.
Yeah.
Everything has its opposite side of it.
Yeah.
So meaning that when you look at the whole world, there's only two color of people you see, black and white.
Yeah.
There's no green people, there's no blue people.
Yeah.
There's only two color of people, black and white people.
Yeah.
Then the question you must ask yourself is that why these two color? Why the opposite of each other? That is a philosophical question. Because sometimes we as Africans, we get so consumed and forget to realize or have a deep thought, which is deep thinking in depth and understanding how things work.
Yeah. So
we don't have time for thinking in depth. So we get carried away by the stupid stuff around issues. You understand me? So we get carried away sometimes. So, but if you're really thinking around this world, no matter where you go, there's only two color of people, black and white people. There's no green, there's no blue, there's no pink, there's no other color. It's just black and white people. Why? Because everything in nature works in opposite.
All right.
Everything in nature has its opposite effect, opposite side of it. The purpose of having the opposite side of it is to balance each other out. There has to be a level of equilibrium.
Okay.
Now, the idea of left brain and right brain,
Yeah.
I put in my book that Africans are right brain
Yeah.
and Europeans are left brain. What do I mean by that? African come from a right brain civilization. European come from a left brain civilization. And European by nature,
Yeah.
they are left brain people.
Yeah.
African by nature, by their default natural way of being, they are right brain people. And then you ask yourself, why the two opposite? Is because they need to balance each other out. Africans are the opposite of European. European are the opposite of Africans. There are certain things that Europeans do that Africans will never know how to do it 1,000 years from now, 100 million years from now. African will never get it.
Yeah.
And there are certain things that black people do that white people will never figure it out. Then the question is that why?
Yeah.
Because they are opposite of each other. Just like negative and positive. Just like yin and yang. Just like night and day. They are the opposite of each other. The reason why Africans is so backward, Africa is so consumed, not knowing the role they play in this whole thing. The whole thing of brain intelligence or what have you, civilization, what have you.
Yeah.
Africans, they're lost. Africans are lost. They don't know the role they play in this game. That's why they're consumed. That's why they don't know where to fit. That's why Arab can come and tell them to be Arab. European can come and tell them to be European. Asian can come and tell them to be Asians because we don't know the role we play in everything. If you ask yourself the question that why are we black and why Europeans are white, it's just because it's the natural way of being. Everything in nature has to have the opposite side of it so that there has to be a balance, a counterbalance. You understand me?
Yeah.
So Africans are right brain. When you look at African architectures, art, music, dancing, everything that Africans do is driven and wired from their right brain or from the right brain hemisphere.
Yeah.
Europeans are left brain. Everything that Europeans do is driven and wired from their left brain hemisphere.
Yeah.
Then why is it that Europeans are successful, Africans are not? Because Europeans have taken time to work on their left brain. Africans have taken time to work on their right brain. So when someone like Jeremiah Wright, Obama's pastor, when he said that black people are right brain, he wasn't crazy. He was stating the fact. Africans are right brain. Africans come from a right brain civilization. European come from a left brain civilization. Let me go down in history.
Yeah.
All right. So if you go back to history, right?
Yeah.
All the ancient civilization.
Yeah.
From Africa, Egypt, Mayan, Aztec, what have you? You know, all this civilization, all this ancient civilization, they were built and created on the right brain hemisphere. And then until the European came into the picture, that civilization was moved from the right brain hemisphere to the left brain hemisphere. How was that possible? During the time of Plato, he changed everything. He changed everything about history. He changed everything. And Plato created a patriarchy system.
Yeah.
In all ancient civilization, is all matriarchy system.
Yeah.
Africa's system is a matriarchal system.
Which is the right brain.
Which is the right brain.
All right.
The social order,
the
way society functions, in all ancient civilization, including Africa, is a matriarchal system.
Okay.
Only in European is a patriarchal system. Patriarchy associates with the left brain. Matriarchy associates with the right brain.
All right.
When you go back to ancient African history, you see that the most powerful warriors in Africa, they were never men. They were women. The reason why black people are so disorganized and so scattered around the world and they don't have a sense of direction is because they are living under a patriarchy system when they are of matriarchy people.
Wow.
So the question is that who's going to educate them? Well, it's going to take a long time.
Unless they read the book.
So a patriarchy system it deals with the left side of the brain. See?
Yeah.
That's why in Western civilization, you always have, it's a male dominant society.
Yeah.
The male rule in Western society.
Yeah.
The male dominates.
Yeah.
That's why you have feminism, all kinds of nism about women who wants to, give us our rights, give us our rights. We are also powerful. Back in the days, like Western civilization didn't consider women as anything. They wouldn't even allow them to drive cars or vote. You understand me?
Yeah.
Whereas if you go to Africa, it's the other way around. See,
Yeah.
Africa is a matriarchy system,
Yeah.
matriarchy society,
Yeah.
and is ruled by women.
Yeah.
So this is the differences between the left brain and the right brain, between blacks and white people.
Yeah.
You understand me? Until we understand the role we play in this dualism,
Yeah.
this contrast,
Yeah.
then we will understand the position we have to hold. While we still confused, don't know what role we have to play, we will continue to be a subject of Europeans or Asia or whoever have taken their time to develop themselves.
I think we need a part 2 of this episode just to go more in depth for people to understand what you're saying, because it seems that so far Africans are not even aware.
Absolutely. Yeah, we could do a part 2, part 3. We can do anything. I'm a messenger. I'm here to give them the message. You know, if they get it, they get it.
We just need to bring more awareness for people to actually understand, because when you're aware of yourself, then also you will know how to adjust and to behave.
Of course, absolutely. So let's just call it the first part of the left brain and the right brain civilization.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
Definitely.
All right.
Have a good day. Bye.
Yeah. Then